Good morning, students. I am Vikram Singh Rathod, Assistant Professor at Center for E-Governance. Our previous lecture is also based on the data frame using in the Python, and today I am also the remaining parts. Those are described in the database. So I am represent you the data frame in Python. So first of all, I am giving a example to create a data frame from a dictionary of a series. A dictionary of a series can be passed to from a data frame. The resultant index is the union of all series indexes passed. For example, first of all you import the pandas library as a PD, and then after you define a data dictionary as a variable name d3 and is equal to, then you can put the dictionary notation as a curly brackets and define a key value as a 1, and then put the colon value and call the alias of pandas library pd and dot series method, and then you put the values in a list 1 2 3, and then after you define the index number, and those are used to define the values in a index with a b and c, and then after the you define the second key value in a dictionary type, and then call the pd alias name and call the series method, and you can put in this the four values such as 1 2 3 and 4, and you can also define the index a b c d, and then after the for the data frame I am creating a df variable and define is equal to sign and dot pd data frame, and then call the d3 variable and print the data frame value using the print method. So you can notice that after executing the code, the output is as follows. So the index number are defined as per a b c d, and the one of the values of the dictionary is 1.1, 2.0, 2.3.0, and the fourth value does not contain in the one key value of the dictionary, so the nan not of the value is defined here, and the second key value that is defined the name as a 2 is 1 2 3 4. I am defining here a note for the series 1. There is no label d3 passed, but in the result for the d label nan is appended with the nan. Let us now understand column operations such as selection, addition, deletion through example. First of all, I am defining the column selection. We will understand this by selecting a column from the data frame. So first of all, import the pandas library as a PD, and then defining the variable d3 as a dictionary data type. As a previous example, you can notice that a 1 and the 2 are the dictionary key values, and the referencing series is 1 2 3 and 1 2 3 4, and the index is corresponding abc and abcd, and then after getting or create a data frame, define a df variable and then define the pd, and then call the data frame and put the d3 argument or a variable in this data frame, and then after print the function, you can write print and then df1. After executing the above code, the output is as follow. The first column value is defined in your output, because in the print statement you only call the one column value, so the values are displayed here, and also the data type is float 64. And for your convenience, I am defining a slideshow here for running the above code. You can notice the code or see the code and define the program in your Anaconda environment, or you can use another environment that is contained in Anaconda environment such as Jupyter, Spider, or RStudio. As per your wish, you can use the tools and create the program. Then after second example is column addition. We will understand this by adding a new column to existing data frame. Example, import pandas and define as a previous example D3 as a dictionary data type 1 and 2, and corresponding series values 1 2 3, and that's 2 for 2 is 1 2 3 4, and the index values is ABC and the index values is ABCD, and then df is equal to pd dot data frame, and then call the d3 dictionary variable in the data frame. And I am giving a comment here, adding a new column to existing data frame object with column label by passing new series. So I am defining a print statement here, adding a new column by passing a series df3. So here you can notice that the df3 is a new column that is added in the data frame, and here I am defining the df3 is equal to pd dot series 10 20 30 and index abc, and then print df. And then I am also defining the a print statement, adding a new column using the existing column in the data frame df4. So you can notice that here the df1 plus df3 are two columns. Those values are added by the column defined in data frame 4, and then print the df. After executing, you can notice that the above values can be executed, and add a new column by passing a series 1 2 3, and abcd is the index number, and the 1 is 1.0 2.0, and the fourth value is not nan, and the 2 column is 1 2 3 4, and the 3 column is 10 20 30, and then after nan, and adding a new column in the after adding a 3 column, I am also defining the code to add a fourth value in a variable. So you can notice that here the after executing the code, the column number 4th is added by the 1 column value, and the 3 column value is created. You can notice that 1 plus 10 is equal to 11, and the 2 plus 20 is equal to 22.0, and 3.0 plus 30.0 is equal to 33.0, and the fourth value is none. So the fourth column value is not calculated or adding by the column 4th. You can note easily it. The code behind running, you can notice that I am also defining a selected value. You can notice that the above program is executed and created in the environment. I am using spider tool and run the above program and display for your convenience. You notice the above program and note the code, and you can also run the program. And then after I am defining the column deletion operation. The column can be deleted or popped. Let us take an example. I am giving the two methods to delete the column. Number first is a delete method, and number second is a pop method. So first of all, using the previous data frame, we will delete a column using a del function. First of all, import the pandas library as a PD and defining the dictionary D3, and 1 for the series 1 2 3 ABC index, and 2 is the series 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and 1 index number ABCD, and the 3 is 10 20 30 and index is ABC. Then after for creating a data frame df is equal to pd dot data frame, and put the d3 dictionary variable in this data frame, and then print option, print our data frame is defining here, and then print the data frame in the print statement, and the after execution the output is defining a here. After executing the program, you can notice that the our program is run and our data frame is defining 3 columns. You can notice in the output. Using del function for deleting first column is using del function so I am defining here del df1 and then print df. The first column of our dictionary is 1, so the first column is deleted. You can notice that the first column is indexed by a, b, c and the values is 1, 2, 3. That is not in your output, so you can notice that the first column is deleted by the del function in the data frame. And then after I am defining the pop function for deleting the column values. So I am defining a print statement deleting another column using pop function. So I am simply write df.pop and then put the column value those which we want to delete. So I want to delete the column number 2, so I am put the value 2 and then print the df data frame, and then you can notice after execution that column number 2 is deleted and only the column number 3 value you can see in the output. The row operation, then after in the previous slide we can operate the column operations, and then after I am defining the row operations such as selection, addition and deletion. We will also understand the row selection, addition and deletion through example. Let us begin with the concept of the selection. Selection by label, row by selected by passing row label to a location of the function. First of all, I import the pandas library, import pandas as pd and then defining a dictionary d3 as a previous example. The data structure is a dictionary and the key value is a 1 and its corresponding pandas series is 1, 2, 3 and index is abc, and then the second series is values of the dictionary is defined as a 2 as a column value, and the series value is 1, 2, 3 and index is abcd, and then creating a df data frame variable is equal to pd.data frame and then put the d3 dictionary variable in this data frame and print df.locb. The output is defined and you can notice that the 1 is 2.0 and the 2 is 2.0. The name b data type float 64 and the output is 2.0 and 2.0 and b float 64. Selection by integer location. Row can be selected by passing integer location to an iloc function. Import pandas as a pd library and defining the variable as a dictionary data type 1 and 2 and define the series 1, 2, 3 index number abc and the two variable pd.series 1, 2, 3, 4 and index is abcd. Then df is equal to pd.data frame, then put the variable d3 and then print df iloc2, and that you can notice that the location position of the 1 is 3 and 2 is 3 and the namespace is c and data type is float 64. You can also the slice operation on the data frame elements, those are used in the data frame using pandas library. The multiple rows can be selected using a colon operator. So I am giving a example. You import pandas as pd and defining a dictionary data type is equal to 1 and 2 column value and corresponding series values 1, 2, 3 index values abc and the column number 2 pd series value 1, 2, 3, 4 and the index value corresponding abcd, and then create a data frame variable df is equal to pd.data frame and then put the d3 into data frame and then print df2:4. It means the from the position of the 2 to 4 column is defined in your output. So you can notice that the C and the D is index value is your output 3.0 and 3, and NaN, because the one is not have the fourth value, so you can notice that NaN is defined, and the column value 2 is D index value has a 4 value, so you can notice that 2 to 4, 2 colon to 4 values are defined in your output. I am also describing the code for your convenience. You can use this code and run the above program and get the knowledge about the Python data frame using the Anaconda Spider tool or Jupyter tool, as you can wish. And then after defining a addition operation on the rows, add a new row to a data frame using the append function. This function will append the row at the end of the values. So first of all, you import the pandas as a PD and defining two data frames, df. The number first data frame is defined by df and number second is df2. So you can define the code such as df is equal to pd dot data frame and put the values in the list as a 1, 2 and 3, 4, and the column name is such as A and B, and the data frame 2 you can call the pd and call the data frame method and put the values 5, 6 and 7, 8, and the column name also defined as a B, and then you can write the df is equal to df dot append df2. It means the first data frame df is appended by the data frame df2. After executing the code, you can notice that the values those are put in the data df2 is added in the df1. So you can notice the 0, 1, 0, 1 is the index number, and the output is a colon is 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and the 5 and 6 and 7, 8 as per defining it. So it's append the values in a single data frame df. Deleting of rows. In previous slide we can discuss the deleting of columns, then after in this slide I am discuss about the deletion of the rows in the data frame. So it use index label to delete or drop the row from a data frame. If label is duplicated, then multiple row will be dropped. If you observe in the above example, the label are duplicate. Let us drop a label and we'll see how many row will be get dropped. So first of all, you import the data dictionary as a pandas as PD and defining the data frame as df and df2 as the previous example, and then after you define a df variable, and then you notice here df is equal to df dot append df2, and then after define a comment message for dropping the values label 0. So I can define a variable df is equal to df dot drop, and the values of index value is 0, put in the drop method, and then print df. After executing, you can notice that the 0th column values of the index is defined in the dictionary is deleted, and the second value those contained in the B or A column value is remaining. So your output is defining a 3, 4 and 7, 8. The first column values or a 0th column values is 1, 2 and 5, 6 is deleted from the rows. After executing the program, you can notice that you can easily note the program. I am defining a program slide for your convenience to read the program and execute the program as per your convenience. Thanks students. Our official channel CEG is provide a many emerging technologies of videos such as electrical engineering, automobile engineering, mechanical engineering, computer science engineering, Android, etc. Various type of e-lectures are provided for you getting knowledge in the computer science or another technologies. Thanks students.